back again. Yeah. Testing. Mic check 1, 2. We are just testing from. I don't even know. See, we got 2 cameras in there now. I don't know if it's camera 1 or camera 2.
The one that makes you look better.
Is it camera 1?
That one.
I just look good on camera, fam. You feel me? Look good on camera. How is it? Sound good on microphone. Some things do change. I just get me look on the big screen. I just gets better and just looking sexy on the big screen. I just get better and better, fam. No mouth. Trim or no trim, afro, whether my hair's plaited, like it makes no difference. You know what I'm saying? Are we actually live?
Welcome.
Welcome. People. Okay, we are live, people. The first edition of From a Third Eye View of 2022 on Pi Radio. Brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note. And I'm joined by Mr. I've seen more in the night than you've seen in your life, a.k.a. Stro, a.k.a. Blood Stro, is in the building. Are you telling me, Stro, you good?
Whoa, I'm good.
Just a nice whoa as well.
I am phenomenal.
Good Christmas, good New Year, first and foremost.
Great Christmas. Great. Average New Year.
That's it. Average New Year. What was it, man? You was in the nice new house. What was it to complain about?
Bit under the weather.
Oh, he's a bit
under the weather, Pep. So, yeah. What about you?
Fair enough. Good. Can't complain. Christmas, as always, is great, man. Ate well, drank well. Fantastic.
Good.
Post the same thing every year. Like the Stephen A. Smith meme, you know, when he's walking and he's dapping everybody up. And I was like,
also,
this is me going again.
I know it was a couple of weeks ago, but we need to wish Flawless a happy 40th birthday.
This guy got jokes in it. But love to, you know what? That being said, love to everyone who did wish me happy birthday because the messages was crazy. It was that much. I felt like a superstar could even get through it.
You are a superstar.
You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm a superstar in the sense of I think I'm a superstar, but I'm not like a superstar. But the response I got for my birthday was superstar-esque.
Yeah, you are
like
a superstar,
I felt the
man.
love in it. I felt the love. But yes, people, we are back. There's people in the comments already. And we have to shout out to me as well. We have a producer.
Shout out to me.
He's in the building. We have a producer, people. We are aiming to get better.
We are upgrading.
Shout out to Sol, the whole Pi Radio hierarchy, doing something that Manchester United are not doing and actually trying to improve.
They're investing in their squad.
They invested in the squad.
This is what
That's what I like. There was improvements needed to be made, and the improvements got made. Look at the setup. We got the lights. We got the new chairs. We got the soundboards. We got 2 cameras.
I don't know how long these chairs are going to be. I can't lie.
That's why if you see me just sinking lower and lower into the chairs, because it's comfortable, people.
Listen, I currently look like Jabba the Hutt on the screen, but I don't care because like you've no idea how it is because it's comfortable.
Very comfortable. I'm just here, just DM me, just looking great in black and gold. You know what I'm saying? That is what it is. But yes, people, like I said, please make sure you hit the like button on the video. Make sure you do that, whether you're watching it live or watching this back. And subscribe to the channel as well. Make sure you subscribe to the Pi Radio YouTube. We will be here every Monday, 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. discussing all things Premier League.
Every Monday. So this is what you need to do. Go speak to your wife, your missus, tell her to tell a friend, tell all their friends, put it in a group chat.
Facts.
Tell them to tell their friends.
Facts.
Tell them to tell the parents, the grandparents. We welcome everyone.
Yes, we do. Like I said, we're making adjustments and making improvements.
Making signings.
Sol's
out here potentially making transfer moves from a third eye view.
You already done one with Toomey, which is a great addition.
This is what I'm saying.
And a producer is what we needed.
Exactly.
He addressed that issue quicker than Manchester United addressed the midfield issue. That still hasn't been addressed yet.
For 4 years, you've needed a centre midfielder.
We needed a producer for about 2 weeks. And look, just like that.
Done.
Sorted it. Problem solved.
This is what happens when you have someone in charge that knows what they're doing.
That is it. That is true. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say, all right, I'm going to make it. You want a YouTube,
like
a makeshift producer.
I bet if Sol had a 2-goal lead, he would hold on to it.
Hey. That's what happens but we have world-class centre-backs like Victor Lindelof in it. You know what I'm saying? in our team that people don't want to discuss. For those that's not an inside joke because me and Statman Baines and many other people on my channel have gone back and forth with about this guy. And we're going to get into all of that. We are going to get into all of that.
No, that is not the place I want to start, though.
Where do you want to start? That's exactly what I was going to say.
I'm partying.
Go on, why are you partying?
The transfer went through, which now means that a certain club are 1,000% saying bye-bye to the Premier League. So, on behalf of Liverpool Football Club.
How you started
the
it.
Rest
you
of
petty,
the rest of the
That is so petty. That is ridiculous.
The rest of the Premier League.
What is wrong with you, man?
What?
That is petty. You know?
I'm wishing my condolences. I'm saying goodbye, and we will see you at some point in 20 years. So, for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, Chris Wood £20 million or £25 million from Burnley to Newcastle. So now that's gone through, and I just want to say bye-bye to Sean Dyche, goodbye to Turf Moor, goodbye to Burnley. It's been nice knowing you. I can't wait.
This guy. Big up to everyone.
It's a big transfer. Is that not big transfer news?
I can't believe that he had a release clause in his contract. That's the craziest part.
I would pay so much money for Amazon to do a documentary of Burnley for that specific phone call when Sean Dyche gets told that Chris Wood's coming to Newcastle.
Oh, yeah.
Not just anyone, to your relegation rivals, which strengthens them when you need to. And Burnley have literally just been weakened.
They might both be in the championship together. I'm not going to lie.
As long as Burnley are gone, all is well with the world.
I can see that happening, though. I'm not going to lie.
I still think Newcastle will be fine.
I don't. They're a horrible team.
Who are a horrible team?
Who?
Burnley Football Club.
This ain't about Burnley. We talking about
this is
Newcastle.
all about
this guy.
Burnley.
See that new year, and this guy wants to get off 2021 agendas. You know, it's 2022, family.
It's not 2021 agendas. This is football agendas. This is football agendas. Nah, joking aside, that is not where I want to start. Where I do want to start is a little magician who's reunited with a maestro, with a Premier League great. At time of need, 2-0 down, Villa Park comes on, not only sets a goal up, but you get the infamous Coutinho. All because Victor Lindelof thinks he's a top 5 centre-back in the Premier League and he's not.
Yeah, I don't even know if he's top 1-5 centre-back in the Premier League.
So, Manchester United 2, Steven Gerrard's Villa Army 2, after being 2-0 down. I actually thought United had complete control. That was the craziest thing. I was watching it, and when it goes 2-0, it's a phenomenal finish from Fernandes, by the way. When Fernandes puts that top bin, you're like, yeah, this is done. And there's no way, even when Coutinho came on the pitch, you're like, if he can slightly get back to the form he had at Liverpool before he left, Villa are in for a great player.
Absolutely.
But you don't expect what he actually did. That blew me away. I'm joking aside, it blew me away. And I was like, how much are they getting for? 33 million. They owe us 35 million. Let's just take the hit, bring him back. He was unplayable at times. And he genuinely looked like the Coutinho of Liverpool.
Yeah, he was good in terms of Manchester United. I'd talk about the game in particular. 2-0 up. We're in complete control, but there was an element of control. Especially the first half, I thought we played well.
Yeah.
Second half, we tailed off. That's due to the players. They got tired. Players not being smart and Ralph not being proactive. And it cost us in the end. That's what happened. Go on.
What's his nickname? Rolex Ralph or?
Hey, Rolly Ralph, innit?
What Rolly Ralph?
Currently, we don't know about
Rolly
that
Ralph.
Nah, that Rolex, it could be ticking. You know what I'm saying? We don't know.
That Rolex is very new.
It might not be authentic. Hey. It's not just very new.
Is that what we're telling me? It's a very new Rolex. Rolex Ralph.
No. This is not what we do. Because we're going to get onto your club.
It's a pocket wallet. Is that what you're telling me?
This is not what we do. Yeah. You know where he got the Rolly from? The same place that Klopp got them COVID, the COVID PCR tests. That's where he got them from, innit? Them same tests, innit? So he got them from this guy, Joker. As I was saying anyway, yes, Rolex Ralph Ragnick, a double R, not being proactive enough, and it cost us. But again, the 2 goals were sloppy.
Joking aside, serious question. So the setup with Ralph is he's there for end of the season and he moves upstairs, right? Mm-hmm. Do you think he's being too stubborn for his own good in terms of he needs to win there and now? Yeah. Don't get me wrong, there's an element of setting up for the new manager in terms of laying a foundation. I understand that. Yeah. But the formation he's got Manchester United playing is exposing so many weaknesses because the way that he's got you set up, he's got your 2 inverted wingers, which means your fullbacks bomb on. Wan-Bissaka's not good enough for that. That's why he's playing Dalot, right? But Dalot's not as good defensively as Wan-Bissaka is.
No.
So it's counterproductive both ways.
Again, that's all about depending on what formation you're going to play and how you're going to play. So is Dalot great defensively? No. Is he good enough defensively to be part of a successful Manchester United team? Yes.
So then I look at Manchester United and think you are perfect for the back 3.
Yeah. But the back 4 can work.
It can, but if you use your wingers not the way that Ralph's doing it, that's the problem. So for example, right, is you come to Anfield and play inverted wingers like that and go to Trent and Robertson, you have license, do what you want. Yeah. That's not going to end well.
No,
Manchester City is not going to end well.
No.
Chelsea, not going to end well.
No, it won't. However, I don't think
you can get away with it.
I don't think he's being too stubborn. He's just the problem that Ralph's having, and it's disappointed me, is he's picking the players who failed under Oli. It's the same players. And this is what we wanted. The reason why we were so critical, and we fans who wanted Oli out, and I was, is because he continued to play players who are not good enough. Wan-Bissaka isn't good enough. Luke Shaw is not good enough. Harry Maguire is not good enough. Scott McTominay is not good enough. Fred isn't good enough. Bruno, even though he played well against Villa, is not good enough. Rashford is not good enough. That's 7 players I just named. That's 7 of 10 outfield players. And then the problem is he's come in and played those players continuously.
And then when you go through it top to bottom, the whole club is he's rotten to the core.
Oh, we're a mess. And we are a Kardashian season currently. It is. We are a Kardashian season. 110%. We are a Kardashian season currently. We're a mess on the pitch. We're a mess off the pitch. You've got the manager saying the players refusing to play. You got a player of them responding on Instagram.
Who said that?
That was Ralph who said that.
Who was he talking about?
You're talking about Martial.
Wow.
So he's come out and said, I didn't watch the interview, but he's come out and they've asked him about Martial and said, why was Martial not playing? And he's saying Martial refused to play. Martial then took to Instagram, responded in his story and said, I would never, I'm paraphrasing, but it's something along the lines of I would never refuse to play. I wouldn't disrespect the fans in the club like that. Right,
so he's gone to Italy and done an interview?
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me. But Chelsea, they're a club they're used to chaos as well. They're used to chaos. We're going to get into that. Yeah, we even spoke about that. So much has happened. This is a shorter show than usual, people, but we will be getting back to 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. next week. Don't worry about that. But yeah, in regards to United, somebody's lying. Martial's lying or Ralph's lying. No matter which one of them's lying, that is a problem. Let's say hypothetically, let's look at it from both. This is how I see it from both sides. If Ralph's telling the truth, why do you have him in training? Because if you have a player who's refusing to play, how do you implement tactics with a player that's not going to be there? How do you implement a plan? How do you implement a style with a player that doesn't want to play? If I've said this from the jump, for as long as I can remember, I've said this long before I was doing any live streaming. If a player doesn't want to play at Manchester United, let them go. So that's the case on the Ralph side. Now in the Martial case, if the manager's saying that, you have to transfer request, take a wage cut, all that type of stuff. This isn't a place you are going to prosper. Yeah, here we go. Big up to you. See that? We got producers on deck, people.
Would you look at that?
See what I'm saying? Look at that assist.
Did you see how smooth that transition was?
Look at that assist. If Liverpool
That's like Liverpool going forward. You see how smooth the transition was?
If Liverpool would have had that against 10-man Arsenal, they might have had a shot on target. But yeah, like I was saying, I'll never refuse to play a match for Manchester United. I've been there for 7 years and I've never disrespected them. Will never disrespect the club and the fans. That's what that to me. And if it's on Martial's case and he's telling the truth on Ralph's line, the manager's throwing you under the bus. You can't win. Leave. Take a transfer request. Take a wage cut to leave.
Here's part of me which makes it think it is true because of the timing of it. January transfer windows, chance you can get rid of him, and he drops that. You wouldn't want to scare off suitors for him. Do you know what I mean?
See, that the thing is, but you're thinking logically like Manchester United move with like a sensible football club. We don't do that.
No, I know that.
We don't do that here. We're to Black Panther. We don't do that here. That's us.
I know, but like, that's us. That's not good.
That's us. Like if Martial, and this is the problem Manchester United have had for the longest. If Martial doesn't want to be here, why is he in training? That makes no sense whatsoever. I don't understand it. I don't get it. That makes zero sense. Makes zero sense. Why? Delilah? I don't get it. And this is Manchester United for you. I said we just a mess from top to bottom. But because the Premier League, the level of the quality is so bad, we're still in the top 4 race. We're still legit in the top 4 race. No way we should be. And this comes back to people who are like, all he left us in a better situation. Did he? Wait, which camera is it? Is it this one or this one? This one. All he left us in a better situation. Did he? He left us in a better situation. That's the Liverpool fan saying that.
He did.
And this is what I'm talking about. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. But yeah, Ralph has to do better as the manager as well. Not just with the Martial situation, I'm just saying in general.
Yeah.
He's got to be more proactive, more in-game. His in-game management has to be better. And stop playing them players that failed Ollie. These men are not good enough. I've been saying this for the longest. I do like
the fact he played, is it Alanga?
Yeah. I like that. That's right.
I like that. Yes. I like that a lot.
Play Alanga.
Because he was direct. Yeah. He was causing Cash a lot of problems.
Basics. Man just came in and did the basics that Rashford hasn't been doing for the longest. I don't know what's going on with Rashford.
Yeah, there's a lot that's going on with Rashford.
One thing I don't like is the defense of him. Nah, forget all this Shearer talking about, oh, something's going on. So where was that defense for Paul Pogba? Where's that defense for Martial last season? It's not. But because it's the English player, it's okay to defend him and that. No, poor performances are it. If Rashford's going through it, I don't want anybody to go through anything off the pitch.
But Rashford doesn't dye his hair, and Rashford isn't French.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? And it seems a bit, it seems the what's the flag of the country you're from? Yeah, man, it's a nationality thing.
Yeah, it is.
Because if it wasn't Anthony Martial and it was Tony Marshall, they'd be defending him. You know what I'm saying?
Big Tony.
Yeah, if it was Big Tony, he was a big number 9. That's exactly what it'd be.
Great headers at the back post.
It'd be Big Tony. They'd love him like he was Chris Wood.
Chalks his elbows before games.
All that type of stuff.
All of it.
If it was not Paul Pogba and it was Paul Pierce or something like that, different conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Whole different conversation. And this is when I say keep the same energy. And this is why again, shout out to my guy Statman Baines was going back and forth about Lindelof. Keep the same energy. I keep the same energy for all players, whether I like them or I don't. Do I have players I favour at Manchester United? Absolutely. Do I have players who I think are better than others? Absolutely. I'm a fan of Martial, but I've sat on here and on other platforms and openly criticised him once, said he had a poor season, and I've said, and I say again, if he doesn't want to be here, you let him go. It's not difficult. It's not difficult.
Agree.
So that's typical, like with Manchester United. But back to the 2-goal lead, the manager has to do better. The players have to do better. We should see that out. We should 110% see that out. Without question. We should see that. And we haven't for whatever, not even for whatever reason, for multiple reasons. The ones I just named. And that's on us. And that's why we are where we are. I've not seen the first goal back again, but the second goal, Lindelof and Tellers have to do better.
Even the first one, just the way that they let him.
Yeah, I've not seen that back.
The second you let Coutinho go into the box as silky as he is, yeah, you're in trouble.
There we go. So that's what that is. All right, let's go on to your mob. We got a lot to discuss, fam.
Don't even get me started.
We got a lot to discuss, man. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot to discuss. Your title charge looking as imaginary as that bird on your shirt, man. Let's talk about it, fam. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. What happened? Mentality monsters you was telling me. All during 2021.
Do you want to know what happened?
Talk to me in it, because you are out of Is the title race over? Title race is done, fam. Let it go, man.
Not.
The Elsie, is it Elsie, Elsa, whatever it is? My niece is always watching. I can't stand that show, that film. It's annoying, Frozen, but let it go. You know what I'm saying? The title's over, fam. Look in the cups, man. It's over.
Just listen to me a second.
Go on. You landing it. I'm here for you, though. I'm here for you.
So, where do I even start with this? Where do I even start with this? FSG. The season where we finished 2 points behind Manchester City in probably the best title race you'll ever see in the Premier League. 97 and 95 points, right? Mm-hmm. Or 99 and 97 points. That was it, 99, 97 points. Yeah. FSG decided not to go out and spend. We went and got Harvey Elliott on a free, Adrian on a free, but obviously Harvey Elliott turned into a fee because Fulham took us to court. We then went and won the Champions League after that. And then the season after we won the Premier League. Didn't really invest again. Mm-hmm. That is the biggest mistake you will see any team make in the Premier League. Because look what Manchester City did. Every season they won the league. Every season they didn't. The season they didn't win the league, they went and invested more because they wanted to capitalise on the success in the moment. The manager they've got, they wanted to back him. They know that they're probably never going to get seasons like this for when he leaves. Liverpool didn't do that. FSG didn't do that. They threw Klopp under the bus and went, "You are that good of a manager. You don't need everything else. You don't need Guardiola's money. What are you doing? You're fine. Yes, you had an injury crisis. You had to play your 7th and 8th choice centre-back. You had to play your 2 centre midfielders at centre-back. But you're that good of a manager. You proved that you can still get us top 4 without. You don't need money. Look at the state of us now. Yeah. 10 men Arsenal. midweek.
Yep, I watched.
Not one shot on target.
Facts.
Until the 90th minute.
Yep.
And do you know why? Because Liverpool fans were saying from August last year, not 2020, we're talking 2019, when the African Cup of Nations got moved initially, we went, this is going to be a problem in a couple of years because we need to recruit attacking players for when Salah and Mane go. Yeah. And look what's happened.
Minamino, Jota, Firmino.
Jota, fine. Firmino was really good on Sunday against Brentford. Phenomenal, right? Jota's quick, but he's not the pace of Salah. He's not the pace of Mane. There's no one.
And then you got
the only reason we kept Origi was for this period, and he's injured. That is the most Origi thing to do I've ever seen in football. Yeah, that is. Yeah. No attacking players, none. We're having to play Oxlade-Chamberlain.
And you're missing Thiago and Keita as well. So you got Henderson.
Yes, so Keita's obviously gone to African Cup of Nations as well. Thiago's injured. Yeah. Wonderful.
Henderson, Milner. Fabinho's quality, but
Fabinho's our top goal scorer in the time that Salah's gone. That make sense.
Now you know who that is.
Our defensive mid. Look, my phone's flying everywhere. Yeah. This is what I'm trying to say. This is how irritated I am.
Go on, I'll let you go.
Nah, go on, land.
Nah, it's cool. Go on, carry on. I will let you go. Sorry, I start you full flight.
You've got Joel Matip having to go on 50-yard runs between 7 or 8 different people to set stuff up. Trent putting balls into the box and it's just screaming for someone to get on the end of it. Same with Robertson. And there's nothing. Absolutely nothing. And then you look back at the Chelsea game over Christmas. 2-0 up. 2-0 up within 10 minutes.
Good game, by the way.
Yeah, for neutral.
Yeah.
My telly nearly went through my window.
I enjoyed it.
2-0 up.
Hey, it's not easy holding on to 2-0 leads, is it? Yeah, it's not so easy, is it? You know what I'm saying?
And Milner, the most experienced of everyone on that field, gives away that silly free kick. Why the high line all the time? We don't need to do it. We're 2-0 up. Why? Do that when we're chasing a game. Do that when we're trying to score. Not when we're 2-0 up away at Stamford Bridge. Absolutely not. Yeah. I honestly, FSG, what on earth is going through your heads? You have a generational manager, one of the best managers Liverpool have seen since Bill Shankly, since Kenny Dalglish, all the great Liverpool managers. This man is right up there. He led us to a Premier League title for the first time in 30 years, back-to-back with a Champions League trophy, the 7th. He's got us to a European final before that. He's got us to a domestic cup final before that with a team that was unbelievably average. This man is one of the best managers around, and you are wasting his years and you are wasting Liverpool fans' time by not investing in him. It is a disgrace.
Yeah.
And now look at the mess that we're in. We're out of the title race, potentially, because we haven't got the attacking threat.
Let's lose that potentially. Like, let's forget that. Like, you don't have to put that in. Like, it's like, you know, when you say allegedly, and we all know it's the truth. Like, we don't have to do that here. There's not no
like your player
potentially it is.
Like Mr. PR over there.
You is Mr.
You are Mr. PR. Like, genuinely, I could get a cartoon character. I could start a cartoon show called Mr. PR, and it would just be you in a suit and tie, being politically correct all the time.
All I'm saying is there ain't no allegedly or probably here. Title race is done, and I told you this, fam.
But I also no.
I told you, and you didn't want to hear me.
Wait. Who were you backing?
Yeah, we're gonna get to that.
Absolutely,
we gonna get to it.
And I said to you,
we gonna get
months ago. Yeah, there is problems.
We gonna get to that though.
Let's
get to that because context matters now. We're going to stay on Liverpool first because we was both wrong. You was just more wrong, but it's okay.
How was I more wrong?
How were you definitely? We're going to get to that.
No, I said right at the beginning. Did I not say right at the beginning?
Falling away right now like Liverpool.
Listen, I can go back. You know I've got clips on deck. You know. Tell me I'm wrong, Flawless. You know I've got clips.
We have clips, yeah, and we're going to get to that.
So,
don't worry.
I said, no.
They'll still finish above you.
Listen to me. Nobody won't. I said to you from the beginning, City would win it, and then Liverpool would finish second, and Chelsea would finish third. That's what I said. And then halfway through the season, when Chelsea started really well, I was like, actually, it might be Chelsea. However,
you said we won't fall away. Well, match. It's over by Christmas, fam.
We are 3 points ahead of Chelsea with a game in hand.
No, forget the Chelsea. I'm saying the title race is done.
No, but you're now talking reckless about how they're going to finish above us.
No, we're going to get to that because I still think they will. That's what I'm going to elaborate on that. But let's just stick to Liverpool. We'll get on to Chelsea. You can ask me anything you want. I told you, you were saying don't rule us out, Anfield under the lights, all of this stuff. Now look, get me title race done by the time you was shopping for Christmas and the title race was over. You was putting a star on top of your Christmas tree and the title race is done. It's over, and I told you this. I said Liverpool cannot compete with City. And they can't. I said, yes, Chelsea were my pick. But I said, if it's not Chelsea, it's City. I said that verbatim. It's either going to the blue side of London or the blue side of Manchester.
But what I'm saying is Liverpool are the only club since Pep took over that have actually been able to compete with City.
Absolutely. That season, yeah, absolutely.
No. In general, we're the only ones that ever seem to give him a game, that ever seem to push him. It's always us.
You've done that a couple of times. My point is that this season isn't it. This season's not it, and I said you wouldn't be good enough to compete.
And do you know what the worst thing is?
Go on.
Got Trent on double digits assists. His Premier League assist record is 13.
There we go.
He's on 10.
So
January.
What happened to the mentality monsters, fam?
What happened to the mentality monsters?
Yeah, man. What happened?
Do you know what happened?
Talk to me. I want to know what happened to Eminem, man.
Listen, do you know what happened?
Go on.
FSG.
I had a relapse like Eminem. Talk to me,
FSG. FSG.
You blaming FSG?
Are you joking me? The one time Liverpool have actually needed their owners to put a hand in the pocket and save as he invest in the squad was this summer.
Okay.
Canate, and they do that the day the window opens, done, that week. You're like, we're in business. Wait a minute, we've got FSG in charge. We're not in business. So they've gone on holiday.
But I was telling you all this at the start of the season.
But that's our problem now. Look at us, African Cup of Nations. We have now genuinely potentially bottled a domestic cup final because FSG. Even now, Oxlade-Chamberlain's injured.
Oh, is the Ox injured?
Ox is injured.
So it's just
Milner. Injured at Brentford.
It's Milner.
No, I'm talking about attacking wise.
Oh yeah, because
Ox was playing wide right.
Oh, was Ox playing? Was he not? I didn't watch.
No, because we needed pace. Ox has got pace. It made perfect sense. Look what happened. He scored.
Man, chasing titles and got Ox playing out wide right.
Because we've got owners that refuse to invest any money. Sol invested money. We've got a producer.
Yeah, shout out.
Where's FSG?
Hey, Sol out here doing more than FSG and the Glazers combined currently right now. He's crazy.
Because he's not an American owner.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's actually a disgrace.
But I was telling you, I told you all this. Well, you just thought I'm a United fan, and I'm hating, which I am hating.
You know, like everyone watching, listen, you know, like when you get that one friend that just constantly says, I told you so, and it just doesn't help.
Yeah, because you thought I was hating, and sometimes I do be hating, 100%. I can't stand Liverpool.
I'm not 100%.
Yeah, people, I look in the camera and say this. I do be hating at times. But I told Stro this. Go back and look at previous Pi Radio shows, and he's telling me about Liverpool and Anfield under the lights and how magical it is. And the imaginary bird and the bird don't exist. Hey, to me, Google the Liverpool bird on the back. The bird don't exist. It's like Hedwig from Harry Potter. It don't exist, fam. The bird don't exist. I Googled this already. I was like, what bird have they got? Because I was going at Spurs and they got a cock and a ball for for a badge. So I was like, all right. And I was like, yo, the bird don't exist. It's imaginary. It's like Articuno, fam. Pokemon. That's what it is. Got Articuno on your chest. It's okay, man. I'm here. Yo, I'll show you around it. I've been here as a Manchester United fan for the past 7-8 years, innit? We'll show you around the dark side. It's okay. Welcome. We welcome him all newcomers. It's okay. Welcome, man. It's okay. It's a mythical bird. See? Don't exist. Mythical creature.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't think this producer stuff's gonna last long. I ain't gonna lie.
The producer helps.
I ain't gonna lie.
It saves me having to Google it. It don't exist. I did this because I was like, what bird have they got?
Wait, hold up. Toomey said it with a smile on his face, though.
Because Toomey United, that's why you're United fan, innit? That's why. You know what I'm saying? But as I was stating, I told you all these things. This is why I'm telling you, I told you so. Because you and you're very smart and can see this clearly. That squad is not good enough to compete with City.
But it has been, right? But understand.
It has been at its very, very best, but you have to be at 100 the whole time. That's not sustainable. You know what was not a concern for me because I don't like Liverpool, but was telling was you're the highest at one point. I think you still are. You're the highest goal scorers in the league, correct? You have, I think at one point you had 3 of the top 4 goal scorers were all Liverpool, 2 of the top 3 assisters, and yet you were still behind. You cannot get better than that.
Yeah, you can't. Defensively, you can get better.
And you were still behind City.
Defensively, you can
get
better.
But defensively, it's not like you were woeful, though.
Nah, defensively, we were shipping him.
It's not like, no. You conceded, the Brentford one was free. But how many times have you conceded 2 to 3 goals a game?
West Ham.
West Ham won, yeah. Brentford, but it wasn't
Chelsea.
often. But City still had a couple disappointing results, like when they got beat by.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is they were grinding out like the 1-0s, and we weren't. We were conceding goals, and
hey, you're supposed to have the defense there. You got Matip. Hey, Ryan keeps telling me how good Matip is, isn't it? You got Van Dijk.
Have you seen Matip this season? Come on.
No, I'm not saying he's bad. My whole thing with Matip was, I don't have enough of a big enough sample size to say how good he is because he's not playing.
But at the same time, you know this as well. Defense starts from the front, right? Mm-hmm. So Liverpool's problem is the midfield, because when Fabinho and Thiago play, 9 games, 9 wins.
Quality, especially Fabinho.
22 goals scored, 5 conceded. That speaks volumes. Mm-hmm. Because there's ultimate control in that midfield. You take Thiago out of it, there's 0 control, because we're having to play Milner there, who's not got the legs anymore. He's great coming off the bench to just to nail someone, but run up the clock. But you seen him at Chelsea; he was out of his depth. Yeah. And I like Milner. Henderson.
I was telling you all these things though. Yeah, Henderson we've seen. Yeah, what was it? I seen a clip. There was a clip compiled. Was it an Arsenal game?
Yeah, it was the Arsenal game.
Yeah, and I've said this about Henderson. Good player. Good in the correct system. But he's nothing special. And when you take away the players around him, you see that. He's a good player. That is it. Good player. Very passionate. And when I say he's a passion merchant, but he's a passion merchant, people hear passion merchant and think that's like...
Can't play.
Yeah, no, and that's a bad thing, or that's a derogatory term, and I'm not saying... You can be a passion merchant, but still be a passion merchant with a purpose. And that's what he is. He has a purpose within that team. He helps that system. But is he a main and key... No, you just mentioned it then. Fabinho and Thiago are the ones when they play together you don't like, because they're both better than him. Then you have Salah, you have Mane, you have Firmino, you have Van Dijk, you have Robertson, you have Trent. This is my point. But I said all this about Liverpool. You had and you could still win a cup competition, absolutely. I'm not disputing that. My point is you had your peak. I'm here. What's your thoughts on Mane? Because I'm seeing a lot of criticism of him. People saying he's not what he was. But every time I've watched him, he still offered something. Like against Chelsea, he looked your most promising player.
The thing, and it was the same thing I said last season about Mane, is he was not great last season. He is still a threat.
Yeah, that's what I've seen.
Because you can't teach his movement. You can't teach his timing. I've never seen anyone with that kind of timing, time the runs the way he does and get into so many attacking areas. His problem's been his confidence and his in front of goal. That's all it ever been. Okay. It's because his confidence took a battering. As much as I love James, yes, at that time he was the best player in the world.
Best player in the world.
Sadio Mane.
But like, shout out James Redmond every time.
I love Redmond. But yeah,
it's James Redmond every time.
His confidence took a battering last season. Like, do you know what? He openly came out and admitted it in an interview recently. I think it was with Sky Sports, and he was saying, "Look, my confidence took a battering. I was not the player that."
Is that what he said?
He was like, "Look, I wasn't at the heights I expect to be for a player like me. I should have done better." But what has helped is having a player opposite you in Mo Salah, who's in the form of his life and is currently the best player in the world. And them two apparently hate each other. Have you seen them two this season?
Yeah, I think that's just the people just trying something.
Like, so that was good to see. But yeah, it's FSG, man. Honestly, just get in the bin. Yeah, I've had enough of you. Just go. You are ruining a dynasty.
Ain't no dynasty. You still trying to build, man. You got 2 major trophies under them. And that's the end of that. Like, you ain't winning the Premier League. The Champions League, you're still capable of winning. Do I believe you win it? No. FA Cup, you're still capable of winning. That could happen. Carabao Cup. I actually think you will be Arsenal in the second leg. However, yeah, I think you'll squeeze past them. I'm trying to think players injured. No Mane, no Salah. You're telling me no Ox. But I don't know who they've got fit. So I'm saying is you could be in the final against Chelsea. It's man, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I hate to be the guy I told you so, but you know, that's what I'm here for, Stro. I told you, like, it's okay. It's all right, man.
Why do you sound like a therapist?
It's okay, man. Because you know what? We have these chairs, and this is what we have to do.
Oh, is this what it is, therapy chairs?
This is like a therapy chair. I have to let you know these things. You know, like when you tell, like, you tell your kid, like, something's going to happen if they continue to do something. Or you can see it happening a mile off, and they don't want to believe you. And then it happens. And because I dislike Liverpool so much,
You're old enough to be my dad.
Yeah, the guy hilarious and that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love that. You know what I'm saying? And I love it because it happened to you. And I get to talk to you about it on a weekly basis. It's fantastic. Like your title hopes just being up in smoke.
What else is fantastic?
It's great. Go on.
Is also being told and knowing that you were correct when I called it before anybody else mentioned Chelsea.
All right, we'll get onto the Chelsea one.
There are problems.
I'm going to get onto the Chelsea one.
Did I or did I not?
Context matters with the Chelsea one. One thing I will say is, you did call it. One thing I will say is
what, anyone else?
People underestimate is injuries can happen, yes. But when you get multiple injuries in the same area, that's an issue. That's what happened to Chelsea. If you look at their form falling off.
Oh no, no.
If you look at the form in terms of results.
After last season and the stick Liverpool got, I ain't hearing it.
No, you're not hearing that, but that coincides to it. That's also why Liverpool's form fell off. If you don't have all them injuries, you probably finish second. Not even probably, I think you do. You finish 5 points behind us, right? Yeah. So I think you finish second without them injuries. But
I know that. But what I'm saying is the stick I got, from Chelsea fans.
That's Chelsea fans. Like I said, I have no horse in this race. I just dislike, out of 3 years, I just dislike Chelsea the least. That's all it is. I don't really care. Yeah, I'd rather the title went to nobody, to be honest. However, as I was saying, when your 3 first choice central midfielders get injured, it's a wrap. You were just talking about them with Thiago being out. Like, whoever your 3 best central midfielders are, Thiago, Fabinho, let's say Milner. If you take those 3 out of Liverpool, they're not the same. The only side in the country that can deal with injuries in that area like that is City. But that's because they're blessed in there. Same way, if you look at their centre-backs, if you take Laporte, you take Diaz, and you take Stones, City ain't winning the league. Simple as that. We're missing out. Well, one of our best central midfielders just came back fit, and Donny don't play. But if you take those 2 out, you see our midfield. Not good enough. And that's what happened with Chelsea. Where I did underestimate was I didn't realize, and that's on me, how bad their backup wing-backs were. That's what it is. Their wing-backs are a major issue.
But I also said to you, it was a Southampton game, and I remember getting stick in the comments. Everyone was like, what? Chelsea are a machine in the final. I was like, no, I've seen something, and it's worrying. Going forward, I said this before most Chelsea fans. They are worrying going forward because the attacking transitions don't look good. They're not creating enough chances. They're not creating enough chances.
Cooking. Go on.
What do you mean? I might catch a tan.
This guy, you're a joker, fam. You're a joker.
But nah, like I said, this Chelsea are in a worrying run of form, and I called this from time ago.
Yeah, I didn't expect all. Like I said, their wing-backs are key to the way they play because they're key in a back 3. And when you miss both your first choice ones, I didn't realize how bad their backups were, as in wing-backs. I expected more from Lukaku, even though I'm not the biggest fan. We're going to get onto Lukaku. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of his, I expected more from Lukaku. I'm going to get to that. Yeah. You got a dip. And I was expecting at least one of their attacking players to show something.
Yeah.
Not that much. Like, all their attacking players been poor. It's not like you can say they've all been poor and Havertz has had a good season. Or they've all been poor and Callum Hudson-Odoi. Because I rate Callum Hudson-Odoi. I'm a fan.
Hit and miss.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
No, that's what I'm saying. They've all been more misses. Like, I expected out of Werner, Havertz, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Ziyech, Pulisic, one of those 5 to show up. Just law of averages tells you one of those 5 is going to have a good season. And with Chelsea having enough of the ball, and you throw Lukaku in the mix, and you throw the service they're going to get from Jorginho and Kovacic playing the ball forward in your wing-backs, when it was Reece James and Chilwell, you're expecting it, and it didn't happen. And that is an issue for them. It is. But yeah, all right, we going, but people, this is a shorter show than usual. We are going to close out the show, but we're going to be back next week in full, proper, on time. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, because we've got new technology, we've got new chairs, new lights, new soundboard, producer here, 2 cameras. We've got 2 cameras, people. Camera 1 and camera 2. And we're sorting all things out, so we'll be back next week, 7 p.m. till 9 p.m., like fully talking all things Premier League. So we'll go further into the Chelsea situation, the Lukaku interview. We'll talk all the midweek games. We'll talk all the weekend games. Talk the Carabao Cup game.
Transfer window.
Talk the transfer window as well. And obviously answering your questions. We will be definitely this year more interactive with the comments as well, people. More interactive with the comments, answering questions that you lot.
Also,
we'll probably do like a half-an-hour segment or something like that. Like, for anything we've missed that you want to get off your chest, like the last half an hour. Obviously, answer your questions during. But yeah, go on, family.
No, I was just going to say, we're going to be adapting the show. We're going to be trying a few things and stuff like that. And like I was alluding to, there might potentially be a transfer next week.
Yes.
Who knows?
We are trying to make new transfers, people. We are. 100%. Like I said, we are trying to make new signings. Like I said, off air, and it sold. Trying to put the game in G Unit. So we trying to make it happen, innit? Like, big up everybody gets that reference in it. That's why TV's laughing in it. You playing the game in June and it makes sense. I trust so. You feel me in that? Trying to forget me. We gonna give them the chain and say welcome to June. You know what I'm saying?
I can't deal with you. I cannot deal with you.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Dude, that's what we trying to do. I rate so far it, innit?
We gonna see.
But we gonna see. But people, please make sure you hit the like button on the video. Hit the like button on the video. Share it across all the socials and subscribe to the channel. We will be back on time next week. 7 p.m. people. 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. Full show. Talking all things Premier League. Like I said, all the Premier League games midweek. All the Premier League games weekend. Carabao Cup fixture. Obviously the second leg to see who plays Chelsea in the final. We'll probably talk Champions League as well. We'll talk Champions League and we'll talk transfer window. And something else would have happened at Manchester United. I guarantee it. By the time we come back here next week, Monday, something else would have happened. Because we are Hollyoaks. We are keeping up with the Kardashians.
We are Hollyoaks.
We are Hollyoaks. We are Hollyoaks.
Someone meme that instantly.
Just hella just unnecessary. I've been calling it we are just unnecessary drama. That is Manchester United. There's always some unnecessary drama going on off the pitch, whether it's Martial versus Ragnick, whether it's the players not wanting to do double training sessions, whether it's the players not wanting to train in the dark, whether it's Ronaldo coming out and doing interviews talking about the younger players not wanting to listen to me. There's always something. Fred came out and defended players. There's always something going on.
Oh, yeah.
Ralph, reports are Ralph wants, he feels like he's got one hand time behind his back. We've been linked with Zakaria. We've been linked with Hadara. There's always something going on with Manchester United. Guaranteed. I'm doing Man United tomorrow on Sarcasm City TV. That's 5 p.m. tomorrow. It's what now? Nearly 20 past 8. Something probably happened by then. Something will. But we are going to close out the show. Anything you want to add, Stro, though?
Next week, 7 p.m. till 9.
Yes.
I will see you there.
We'll be back bigger and better than ever this year, people. Large up to 2 me as well, each and every time. And this has been From a Third Eye View on Pi Radio. Thank you very much for tuning in.